Hello my fellow watch enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special treat for you, courtesy of my friend Mr. Z, who is kind enough to lend me some of his treasures sometimes to showcase here on the channel for your pleasure. This timepiece is dripping in elegance and seafaring heritage, the Ulysse Nardin. This timepiece is dripping in elegance and seafaring heritage. This timepiece is dripping in elegance and seafaring heritage. The Ulysse Nardin Marine. This timepiece is dripping in elegance and seafaring heritage. The Ulysse The Ulysse Nardin Marine 26633. This timepiece is dripping in elegance and seafaring heritage. The Ulysse Nardin Marine. In elegance and seafaring heritage, the Ulysse Nardin Marine 26633, featuring a rich black dial, luxurious 18-karat rose gold case, and a rubber strap that keeps it comfortably anchored on your wrist. A brief history of Ulysse Nardin. Ulysse Nardin Ulysse Nardin was founded back in 1846 by a young watchmaker named, you guessed it, Ulysse Nardin. This Swiss brand, nestled in the heart of Le Locle, made a name for itself by producing marine chronometers, the highly precise tools that helped sailors navigate the high seas. Known for their reliability, Ulysse Nardin marine chronometers were adopted by over 50 navies worldwide, solidifying the brand reputation in the maritime world. Fast forward to the 21st century, and the brand is now under the ownership of the Kering Group, which also houses Gucci, Saint Laurent, and Girard-Perregaux, just to name a few. While it might sound like a luxurious fashion lineup, Ulysse Nardin remains a horological heavyweight with its innovative movements, complications, and a focus on the nautical theme. The Marine collection is a modern tribute to its heritage, merging classic design elements with contemporary innovation. The Marine 266-33 is a solid testament to Ulysse Nardin's design ethos. This particular model has a bold 41mm diameter case, a perfect blend of presence and comfort without tipping over into the oversized category, with a height of around 13.6 millimeters as I measured it. It's chunky enough to feel substantial, yet slick enough to slip under a cuff. It's not oversized, basically, and for an average size wrist, it does fit quite nicely. The 18-karat rose gold case provides a warmth that contrasts beautifully with a cool black dial, and the rubber strap offers a sporty yet refined look, making it equally at home in a boardroom or on a yacht. The dial is a lesson in clean, uncluttered design, featuring a large applied Lume indexes, a power reserve indicator at 12 o'clock, as you can see here, down, up, and a date window at 6 o'clock. This spread of the dial is very symmetrical and pleasing to the eye compared to the more common placement of the date wheel at 3 o'clock. The hands adorned in the same rose gold hue add a touch to elegance without compromising legibility, which is very, very good on the watch. Now, under the hood here, we have screws holding the caseback down and a sapphire see-through case. This houses the caliber UN-26 movement, Ulysse Nardin 26, based on the robust ETA 2892-A2 architecture, which has been heavily modified in-house by Ulysse Nardin to include their proprietary silicium escapement technology. This is not only reduces friction but also significantly increases the movement's longevity and precision. Silicium is an anti-magnetic and highly resistant to temperature changes, meaning this watch will keep ticking accurately even under challenging conditions. The UN-266 also features a power reserve indicator and a small seconds complication. This movement is renowned for its reliability and ease of maintenance. The caseback fitted with this sapphire crystal allows you to marvel at the fine finishing and signature anchor logo on the rotor, a homage to the brand's nautical roots. And about reliability, based on feedback from other owners, the Marine 266-33 scores high marks. Many have praised it for being a robust daily wearer, while some movements, especially those with heavy modifications, can be prone to issues. The UN-26 has proven itself to be a dependable workhorse. Now, especially if you get it in the stainless steel or titanium case, this is a 18 karat rose gold, full gold. This is not gold plated or it's and everything with the exception of this, which is titanium, and I'll get to that. But yeah, this is all rose gold. Pricing and maintenance. New models with these specifications typically range from 15 to 20-ish thousand US dollars, depending on the retailer and the region where you get it, plus tax that may be applicable, especially if you're buying internationally. For second-hand pieces, you're looking at a range of 8 to 12,000 US dollars. Ulysse Nardin's watches tend to hold their value reasonably well, especially when cared for properly, like this watch has been cared for properly. It doesn't have any damages. As for maintenance costs, expect to pay around 800 to 8,000 for a full service, which is recommended every 5 to 7 years. While it might sound steep, remember that you're maintaining a piece of fine horology, and with it comes a certain level of investment. All right, let's talk quickly pros and cons. Then let's start with the pros. It has stunning aesthetics. The combination of 18 karat rose gold and black dial is just gorgeous. It's eye-catching but retains that classic marine vibe Ulysse Nardin is known for. In-house enhancements to the ETA movement, the inclusion of the silicium escapement, and in-house modifications elevate this watch above many competitors. They use same base movements, versatile wearability at 41 millimeters and approximately 13 and a half thickness, 41 millimeters diameter. This watch wears comfortably on a large size wrist. The rubber strap makes it particularly practical for everyday use, while still exuding luxury. And again, this is solid 18 karat gold, and so is the buckle. What are the cons? The cons are power reserve is only 42 hours, which may be outdated by contemporary standards, where competition is doing 17 plus hours. Rubber strap, while comfortable and sporty, the rubber strap may not appeal to everyone, especially considering the luxurious rose gold case. Some might prefer an option for a leather or metallic bracelet, which Ulysse Nardin does offer both leather and a full gold bracelet. The owner of the watch actually told me he does have a very impressive and large collection of watches, but he said he doesn't have a single one with a bracelet, meaning a metal bracelet. He always wears either leather or rubber straps, and obviously original ones from the manufacturer, from the original brand. He said he's interested to try, so maybe his next purchase will come on a bracelet. But yeah, he does prefer this. Servicing costs, third con. Ulysse Nardin servicing costs can be on the higher side, especially if silicium components need attention. It's something to keep in mind if you're planning on wearing this as a daily driver. Now, what are the similar alternatives? If the Marine 266-33 has caught your fancy, you might also want to consider these similar offerings. From Ulysse Nardin, there is the Marine chronometer, which you can see here on the screen, 1183-126-43. It's slightly larger at 43 millimeters. This model offers a more contemporary take on the Marine aesthetic with a different dial layout and an upgraded movement. Ulysse Nardin watch diver titanium, reference 1183-170-3-93. Pretty name. But yeah, the second option again on the screen here is the Ulysse Nardin watch, the diver titanium. This is a sportier option. This watch retains the marine theme but comes equipped for underwater and adventures with water resistance of up to 300 meters. Also, from other brands, you can look at the Blancpain 50 Fathoms automatic, 5015-1130-52. It's an iconic diver with a rich history. This model offers a more rugged feel but retains the luxury vibe. The second option from another brand is an Omega Seamaster Aquaterra 150 millimeter coaxial master chronometer. That's a mouthful. Similar in elegance, but with a master chronometer certification, making it highly precise and anti-magnetic. Third option could be a Rolex Yachtmaster 1166-55 with an Ever Rose gold case and a Block Oyster Flex strap. This model is as close as it gets to a sporty yet luxurious maritime timepiece. Now the feel of the watch. Let's start with the bezel. This is a 60 click unidirectional bezel. I'm having a bit hard time with the gloves on, but the movement is precise clicks, clear clicks. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 clicks per division. There's 12 divisions, that's 60 clicks. It is somewhat numbed, but that is to be expected when you're dealing with softer metals, especially with gold, platinum, even titanium, copper. Bezels are not as crisp as stainless steel bezels usually. But I have to say that because of the coin edge, the way it is slightly, if you can see, slightly protruding from the case, you get a short grip, and all around the bezel it is very easy to maneuver. You have this wave pattern etched into the bezel. Only the 12 o'clock is loomed, and the design, the overall design of the bezel fits beautifully on the watch. The sapphire glass is flat, as you can see. It is not domed, and that is a good thing in this case because it accentuates the dial, the internals, and gives you more of a flat, toolish look, better access and visibility. And one thing to note is, besides the date wheel being a very good position at 6 o'clock, which is in my taste, this is the optimal location for the date wheel. Much prefer it to the 3 o'clock position, or even the between 4 and 5 or 3.8. I think this is more symmetrical, but the execution of the magnification window is superb, and I much prefer this to the Rolex type magnification, where the sapphire magnified glass crystal is glued on top of the main glass. I don't exactly know how this is done. I think there is just a magnification glass glued underneath, but the way it's done is very, very clean. We will see under the microscope if anything will be visible, but I doubt it. But the advantage of this type of implementation is that you do not get any dirt. You're only dealing with the main crystal, as opposed to it being glued on here like Rolex has and many other brands followed suit. It accumulates dirt and all kinds of grime around that tiny piece of glass. So this is a much better implementation, and actually the first time I've seen it done on a watch. So very, very good by Ulysse Nardin. On the caseback, as I've already mentioned, there is screws. These water resistance, it says 200 meters, you can see there. But I would not take this under the sea, especially with salt water or even the pool. But it could be actually waterproof. But we've seen high-end watches that do state that on the watch case back, but they're not actually waterproof. And what's important to note is that it does not state any water resistance on the dial, and that is because officially, if you get this tested and certified, then you can put it in on the dial, the 200 meters or 300 meters. That's official certification. but I guess you can put whatever you like on the back without it actually being that. Now, yeah, one observation I had is I looked at the spring bars, and I doubt that I'll be able to show you inside here. It's rather difficult, but they're of golden color. You see that inside? Also on the lower side, they're of golden color. I hope this is not golden spring bars. I mean, the whole watch is made out of gold, but because that way they would have been extremely soft. So they must be, I hope they're just gold plated. But that's a crazy attention to detail. That even the spring bars are special spring bar. I mean, sure, special proprietary spring bars is a common thing, or even screws sometimes, but for them to be hidden but still gold. Color, at least. Again, I hope it's not gold. Now the rubber strap, as we've already mentioned, in this section it is fixed. It does not articulate, so you could consider this like a male end link. But first of all, it contours. Obviously, it's not going out straight. It comes down to start shaping the oval. Then this section articulates both sides. There is absolutely no gap. Very good execution on the rubber. Quite sturdy. Even during movement, there's no gaps appearing on either of the sides, so that's quite good. The rubber, probably caoutchouc, natural rubber, I'm sure, and ends with a gold buckle on both sides, butterfly deploying buckle, and the middle section is titanium. The way the Ulysse Nardin buckles work is first you clip these down. You can see ball bearings on both sides of this, which go into these indentations here. So first you click that down, and this second section is with buttons from both sides. So if you see that tiny little shape at the end on both sides here, that right there, similar to the other side, but instead of ball bearings here we have permanent just shape, which you control by push of these buttons on the sides, and it goes down, and now it is fixed. It does have 4 holes of micro adjustment, so one on one side and 3 holes on the other. So you do have some options of micro adjust, but unfortunately there is no on-the-fly toolless adjustment. As you can see, some quite deep scratches here, but that's normal even on stainless steel, and this being gold and soft metal. What I wanted to point out is that this is a very smart decision by Ulysse Nardin to go to titanium instead of full gold. Here you can see from the top actually how this is executed. So why I say that is there is other cases by the same brand that this is executed in gold. And the metal being very, very soft, I'm just not sure about long-term reliability of this working, this type of butterfly clasp. Now again, this is titanium, and it can hold it, it will click. There you go, very nicely, no pressure needed. I mean, obviously this is a high-end watch, done in-house, very well machined. Everything is extremely smooth. Also, you can see here, even these spring bars are of gold color. You see that? So that must be gold plated. Yeah, very comfortable, no hot spots, obviously, again. And coming back to the clasp, we will be featuring another watch soon on the channel, well, where this section of the clasp is made out of gold. And yeah, I will discuss that when we get there. So now, as promised, let's look at this thing under the microscope. Let's see what the dial, how clean it is, what the dial looks like under extreme magnification, etc. So this is the Lume peep at 12 o'clock, which is on the bezel, obviously, that can be moved around. Done very nicely, very clean. Light scratching, as you can see, and the wave pattern has been milled very nicely, also clean. So the bezel is done well. Let's come back to the 12 o'clock index, and you will see that the Lume application is somehow contoured to follow the rhombic, here it's triangular shape. Here we have it. I think I see it in trying to zoom in. You see the sides are slanted. It is not flat, and that follows through on other sides as well. So that's quite impressive. It's not just a flat application. It seems like the sides have been brushed, including, you see that the indices have the edges polished, and that seems to follow through on the Lume as well. We have that recognizable Ulysse Nardin, sometimes called, referred to as the golf ball pattern on the dial. The branding, the print is crisp and done in gold color, and so is the sub dials on the main dial, and everything is flawless. The only thing that I noticed on the watch is that it has either accumulated a lot of dust, because I did ask the owner, like this thing here in the middle, let me see, that thing, that white large dot, try to move it in the center of the screen. That does not seem to be a dust particle. These tiny little dots here, they also don't really make sense, because that should be followed through on the dial and elsewhere as well, but it's not. So it seems that the handwork, when the handset was set into the watch, that process was not done right, or clean. I'm trying to clear the focus. While the manufacturing process itself is flawless, very crisp, very nice application of the Lume. You see some discoloration starting here at the bottom of the Lume application, those dark spots, patina, I guess, that will form after. Now this watch has been worn for 17 years, so by no means is this new, but yeah, I mean, it's water resistant to 200 meters supposedly. You see that tiny spot? This is gold, so somehow that has been missed. This is very soft metal. I don't think this is by holding it with tweezers, or this is during the manufacturing process. But you see, that's what magnification shows you. That there's another spot. You see that under the light? That's another spot where clearly there's marks of some type of tool holding it, and on the opposite side below as well. So that's 2, and that would be 4 on the upper side and below. Let's follow through. This is interesting. Now let's try to find the same indentations here, and I cannot see. So that's only on the hour marker, not on the minute marker. But yeah, I mean, it's fascinating to see these type of details on a $20,000 watch. How are these things made? You know, what drives up the price? Is it manufacturing? Is it marketing? Beautiful, beautiful print. As you can see, 1846 is the founding year. Again, very slight dust particles here on, or maybe just patina, lack of polish. I don't know what the issue is there. Let's look now at the indices are done flawless. Print again flawless. Everything is flawless so far as I can see, with the exception of the handset. Trying to see how this is implemented here. Yeah, clearly, because the owner suggested that this can maybe that they drill the hole into the main sapphire glass to kind of make this shape, but it would be extremely difficult besides drilling the hole in the sapphire, which obviously can be done. Polishing the hole from the inside to make it so extremely clean, I think would have been difficult. Plus, it would have been compromising the thinking that it's just a very good and clean implementation of a slightly magnified 2.5 or double magnification glass just glued underneath. And that is how this is achieved, I think. Otherwise it would be again compromising the main sapphire, which I don't think they would have done. Let's look at the 3. Yeah, very clean print, nice, very crisp as expected. Very clean cut. Oh, there's actually you see that bump surrounding. Oh, no, sorry, that's the effect from the magnification. I thought the dial itself was shaped and contoured on the window, but no, it's not. Yeah, you can clearly see it's just flat, and a hole is cut in the middle. But overall, a very high score, a very high level of execution, printing, painting done beautifully and very consistent. The only issue I have is the clarity, the cleanness of the on top of the polishing on the hands. Basically, that applies to all of the hands, but mostly the minute hand and the hour hand. And these machine marks or tool marks, 4 sections, that's a bit disappointing, but not surprising, I must say, because we will see more very, very high-end watches repeat these type of issues. So, some final thoughts. Who is this watch for? It's perfect for someone who appreciates traditional horology but doesn't want to blend into the sea of ubiquitous luxury brands. It's for the watch enthusiast who enjoys a touch of maritime history on their wrist and values the combination of elegancy and reliability. If you're someone who's equally comfortable at the helm of a sailboat or a boardroom table, this timepiece is for you. So there you have it, the Ulysse Nardin Marine 266-33. in all its glory. It's a beautiful blend of innovation and tradition with just a few minor quirks. Whether you're into for the marine heritage, the cutting edge movement, or just the stunning rose gold look, this piece is definitely one to consider. So what do you think? Do let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more watch reviews and insights. Until next time, keep it ticking. Cheers.